In the United States, a man named Michael Anderson lived with his wife and children in a quiet neighborhood. From the outside, they looked like a normal, happy family, but behind closed doors, their home was filled with arguments, tension, and emotional pain. Almost every day, Michael and his wife fought over small things, and slowly their relationship became toxic. As time passed, the fights became worse and worse. His wife could no longer handle the stress and emotional abuse inside the house. One day, after a huge argument, she finally packed her things and left for her parents' home. Michael tried many times to bring her back. He apologized, begged her to forgive him, and promised that he would change. But nothing worked. His wife refused to return and later demanded a divorce. After months of loneliness, Michael became frustrated and emotionally unstable. Living alone in the empty house started affecting his mind badly. One evening, Michael called one of his close friends and told him he wanted to get married again because he hated living alone. His friend assured him that finding a new relationship would not be difficult. A few weeks later, the friend introduced Michael to a widow named Sarah Collins. Sarah had lost her husband years ago and lived with her 14-year-old daughter, Emily. Michael visited Sarah's house for the first time and was impressed by how kind and caring she seemed. Emily was quiet, innocent, and respectful. After several meetings, Michael and Sarah decided to get married. They had a simple wedding ceremony, and soon Sarah and Emily moved into Michael's house. At first, everything seemed perfect. Michael and Sarah looked very happy together, and the house once again felt peaceful. Emily slowly adjusted to her new life and accepted Michael as part of the family. Months later, Sarah became pregnant. Everyone in the house was excited and hopeful about the future. But one day, Sarah suddenly became very sick and had severe pain. Michael rushed her to the hospital immediately. After several medical tests, doctors delivered heartbreaking news. The unborn baby could not survive, and Sarah needed emergency surgery. Michael agreed to the operation, praying that at least his wife could be saved. Sadly, things became even more tragic. Although doctors tried their best, Sarah passed away after the surgery. Michael was devastated. Once again, he found himself completely alone, except for Emily, who now lived with him in the same house. After Sarah's death, Michael's behavior slowly started changing in disturbing ways. Instead of acting like a caring guardian, he became emotionally manipulative toward Emily. He exposed her to harmful and inappropriate things, slowly confusing her and taking advantage of her innocence. Emily was still very young and vulnerable. She trusted Michael because she believed he was family. Over time, he created an unhealthy emotional attachment that trapped her in a terrible situation she could not fully understand. For nearly 2 years, nobody suspected anything unusual. From the outside, people believed Michael was simply taking care of his stepdaughter after Sarah's death. But behind closed doors, a dark secret was growing inside that house. Then one afternoon, some relatives noticed that Emily looked physically unwell. Concerned, they carefully asked her questions. At first, she stayed silent because she was frightened and ashamed. But after police became involved, Emily finally broke down crying and revealed everything that had been happening for years. The entire community was shocked. Neighbors, relatives, and even investigators could not believe the horrifying truth. People described Michael as a quiet and normal man, which made the case even more disturbing. Police immediately arrested Michael Anderson under serious criminal charges related to child abuse and exploitation. Investigators gathered evidence, interviewed witnesses, and built a strong case against him. After a lengthy trial, Michael Anderson was sentenced to life imprisonment. The case quickly spread across social media and local news channels throughout the United States. Many people said he had completely destroyed the sacred trust between a parent and child. Others pointed out how emotional manipulation and abuse can remain hidden for years when victims are too afraid to speak. This story is disturbing, but it also carries an important message. Children must always feel safe enough to speak up when something feels wrong. Families, schools, and communities should pay attention to warning signs and emotional changes that may indicate abuse. Sometimes the darkest secrets are hidden behind ordinary doors, and silence can allow terrible things to continue for years. That is why awareness and protection for children are so important.